What's up everyone? I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 3 of Chaos Child. So now that we are at 3 episodes, I'm really curious as to how many of you guys are sticking with the series or dropping it, because I noticed a large decrease in views from last week's review. So I know a lot of people are very hesitant on starting Chaos Child because they like really hated Occultic Na, and you know, they heard bad things about Chaos Head and stuff like that. So I understand, although with Chaos Head, you know, they do the recap in the first episode, so it doesn't really matter. But still, I understand people's worries. Right now, it's alright. It was getting interesting last week. This episode is pretty much the exact same format as last week. It's nothing too amazing right now. I mean, I'm sure it's I hope it's going to get better, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to be continuing these reviews because I don't know if people are going to watch them. So let me know if you're sticking with Chaos Child or not, and I'll be paying attention to how many comments I get, how many likes I get, and how many views I get, because like I said, last week's there was a large decrease in comments, views, and likes. So yeah, it all depends on you guys if these reviews continue. But anyway, with this episode of Chaos Child, we see that Kurisu is okay. Sorta. She did get shanked. No doubt she got shanked. And she's injured. Yes, she is. But she is alive. So it's all good there. She is breathing and everything. And Taku, he decides to stay over. And he feels so bad for leaving them. Over, like, even though he left them for 6 months, still, they want him back because they're a family. And him leaving so soon, you know, it kind of just, and the fact that how he feels about them, you know, he's told Kurisu that he doesn't consider them a family, like, it hurts. So it's not like, you know, me, how I'm older and how I'm living over at my dorm and stuff. Like, no, he deliberately, like, had a choice and he went off to live by himself. Like, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt, man. It's like saying, fuck you, I don't need you guys anymore. You do your thing, I have my life, peace out. And it's sad, like, when he heard Kurisu talking about, you know, her siblings and stuff, just reminiscing, it really got to Taku about how much he missed, you know, what all that he missed while he was gone. And he caught the feels. The man caught the feels. But you know, it's not Chaos Child without some bizarre murder. So this time we have this dude who walked on stage. He bled through the eyes and vomited a bunch of sumo stickers. He vomited a bunch of sumo stickers. That was fucking gross. Honestly, like, why did they have to show us that? Why? So thanks to Onoe's great hearing abilities, we find out that each of the people that were murdered had some sort of psychic ability. Like, for example, the singer, apparently her singing put all of the listeners in a trance. The one dude who was a part-timer who like died over at the hotel, he practically knew what each and every client wanted, so he was like the top seller. So possibly there are psychics around, and you know what, that makes sense actually, because last week, remember the conversation between Aranuma and the detective guy? He was saying about abilities, he mentioned abilities. Other stuff throughout this episode, we find out that the person who shanked Kurisu is the admin of the page, and he had nothing to do with any of the other murders. And also that Taku's parents were murdered, and that Kurisu and the father kept that from Taku. So I can understand why he's mad about that. I mean, maybe that's why he moved out. I'm not too sure exactly why he moved out, but still, that's pretty fucked up to keep from your, your brethren, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was this episode. Once again, let me know your thoughts on it and if you are sticking with it or not, because you guys' comments and the views and the likes will depend on the future of these reviews. Catch me tomorrow as I review Masamune-kun no Revenge and live react to Boku no Hero Academia. Oh, and also review Kuzu no Honkai. I almost forgot about that. I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.